equipment. Although up there above us is actually a hatchery. So we want to move a little bit over here, everybody. We're going to move around the corner. If you are looking just behind you, you'll see one of the water filtration units there. The locker rooms are for our aquarists and our scuba staff, or our water quality team that care for. All of their wetsuits are going to be in the great lockers on the left here. These are sand and gravel filters also that are back here. So all the water quality that you're going to be seeing as part of what we do here in the park. I'll kind of point out where that water comes from. It does come from Mission Bay. Here's a lot of the tubing that goes along with scrubbing. We've got to scrub the exhibits to make sure that they are clean. So we have our dive team that is a part of that. Just behind you there is part of what is called the Dynamic Habitat Initiative. Have you all been to the underwater viewing today? Has anyone been underwater viewing? You see the fish in there, potentially. That is part of the Dynamic Habitat Initiative. Before those animals go into that habitat, they have to go through a quarantine, and that's what that area is right back there. These are ice machines, just like your ice machine at home, but on a 10-time scale. We've got to make sure that our ice is clean and ready to go on top of the fish. All of the fish that we have here is USDA grade, sushi quality type of fish that all of our animals are getting. So that has to have at least 2 inches of ice on it at all times. That is part of the law in keeping that fish nice and cold. So offices can be found on your right-hand side, not super exciting. But over here on the left-hand side is more of the water quality work. And the people that work on our water quality have this as their offices here. So there's a lot of machinery back there, of course, carts so they can get around the park because they have a lot of different filters. We have about 150 here in the park. Just 3 of those are dedicated to our orca encounter. So they have the largest facility. We're going to be headed over to the right-hand side where we're going to pass rescue and our fish house. So first we're going to stop by our fish house. There's 2 sections of that. The first one is right over here on the right-hand side. This really big, thick door is that you want to be able to use the truck or whatever it is that we're bringing or transferring over and bring up that large garage door. Next door to that is our surgery suite. The surgery suite is going to be set up just like a surgery suite at a hospital. There's 2-way doors so that way you can keep the very clean items clean and keep all the dirty items outside of that room. So I want to keep that there for demonstration of the animal there. And then last is our laboratory. So we'll see hematology, chemistry, and pathology. So we learn a lot and actually do a lot of the blood work and urine analysis here in the park.
Come on, Sally.
We have laboratories for fishing, correct?
This was from a whale that was recently disentangled. There were, I believe, 5 to 6 of these crab pots with about 100 foot of line in between each one that we were able to remove from the animal and successfully also remove the trash from the ocean as well. So we got all of that stuff taken off of the humpback and went on his way, and we pulled all this stuff.
We're very lucky to have a whale disentanglement team here at Seaworld San Diego. Not a lot of places have that, but we do. It's really, really exciting. And these are and everyone will meet on the other side. So please watch your step. Our Humboldt penguins are one of the 8 species that we have here at Seaworld San Diego. They are warm weather species. On the outside of our penguin encounter, you will see Magellanic penguins that live in South America. Humboldt penguins also live in South America.
So stay on the path, please.
So you'll be seeing their exhibit, which is typically not seen unless you're in a behind-the-scenes tour, which is why we all get the chance to see them here for inside look. So they have their exhibit, and we'll get a better chance to see them, guys, if you can keep going down the pathway here.
Sorry, we got excited.
I know. Don't worry, I'll give you a better view. So these animals live parts of Peru and Chile in South America. Come all the way down, it gives you a better view way around this side so you can see the different sections of the exhibit. You have the dry area, which you can hear a lot of that braying sound that those penguins make. Come on, a lot better view over here. And then you can of course see the water where they will be swimming. So Humboldt penguins are a warm weather species. There are also a couple of different birds inside of there as well.
That's what I see.
So if there's less of it, you just said, that warm water.
Looks like they're trying to make a nest. See, they get the little scraps of grass, and then they put it in their nest and builds a little bed.
So you're planning on the
Aren't they cute when they walk? A little waddle.
So if you notice,
And now we are
This
going
area
out.
right here is where our Magellanics went temporarily when they had their shade structure put in, so they were not on exhibit. So here's what we're gonna do, folks. We'll come all the way through. You're gonna head straight out the pathway towards the entrance of Shipwreck Rapids. Please let me know if you have any questions. And otherwise, I hope you enjoyed your time at our rescue and Humboldt area, and have a great rest of your day here at SeaWorld.
Thank you.
School from time to time. Kalia's also his daughter, but he does seem to enjoy Shuka and Kalia's company. Most often Kalia's. So he's just hanging out. He does
Ulysses
have
right there.
access to our underwater viewing area. So he has the opportunity to go back and forth if he chooses
Over
to.
there in the corner.
But you will have an opportunity as you walk through our skywalks today and head through our main auditorium. You will eventually end up at our underwater viewing area and our fish house area. And you'll have some trainers back there. If you guys have any questions, you can ask.
Tell me about what you see.
I see orca toys.
Orca enrichment toys.
Orca diet. You can see the two marks, like this one right here.
There are teeth
Like
marks.
this one.
Mhm.
I'm pointing at the bigger one. This one.
Mhm. What else do you see?
Look,
What-
orca diet. Can I explain that?
Yeah, I would love for you to explain the orca diet. What do you see over here? These are different type of whale teeth, right?
The whale diet. See what?
Ew, you want to touch the fish? So these are the different things that orcas eat, right?
The whales at SeaWorld can eat on average 85 lbs to 185 lbs of fish per day.
Wow. Orcas use their teeth for grasping their prey. They don't chew their food. They swallow their fish whole. So this is what orca teeth look like.
So, yep, you guys can touch these if you want. Would you like to touch this?
This is baleen, which is what you'd see more in a different kind of whale, like a,
That's right. This is a teeth whale. This is actually a
this is going to be like a bull.
And then this one
Bunny whale.
is from a bowhead whale.
Bowhead
You wanna touch
whale.
that one?
It's for straining.
That is a baleen whale. You're
Hey,
right.
look at
Some baleen teeth.
They have a really big.
What
mouth.
type of whale is that from?
This is a fin whale.
Fin whale.
Yep. So this is the second largest.
And this is
whale,
a bowhead whale.
Smaller only than a blue whale. So only a
Oh.
blue whale is bigger than a fin whale. So even though this is a really big whale,
Mhm.
its baleen is much smaller than, say, a bowhead whale.
Interesting. You guys are going to smell like fish.
I do not want to eat the ice. They probably
Yeah,
touch
definitely
the
don't
fish.
eat the ice. You want to touch it?
He's having none of that.
I was planning to touch the
Don't
Is
touch
it, is it cold?
Something like that fish.
The first thing the SeaWorld rescue team learns is the difference between an animal in need of assistance and an animal who is exhibiting natural sea lion behavior.
Alright, guys, those some pretty fun behaviors you saw, right? That one person thought that was fun.
Yeah!
Well, I think it's fun because I get to have a lot of fun playing with George. Now, how many of you guys have seen sea lions in the wild? That's pretty awesome, right? I don't see them in all different types of contexts. Have you guys seen them in the water? Guys, this is called audience participation. How many of you seen them in the water? Yeah! How many of you seen them up on rocky areas and sandy beaches? Yeah! That's exciting stuff. Now they're found in many different areas, and they're built very well for their environment. Check out those flippers, you guys. They have very long, bat-like flippers that help them swim the water, but also climb up on different rocky areas and even piers. Put under that water. Now let's show them just how strong you are. They have no problem heading from the water, staring at the trainers. Heading up there, big guy, and climbing, okay, really big areas. So again, those flippers are very important for them, and they have very, very strong chest muscles that they use to climb everywhere. Now once they're done hanging out on the rocky areas, come on down here, big guy. Is it your Monday? Yeah. Okay. Come on over here, buddy. So once they're hanging out in the water, what are they doing when they're in the water, guys?
Swimming.
They're fishing, right? That's where their entire food source is found. So they spend a lot of time cruising around in the water and grabbing all of that fish. Now my fish here is freshly thawed out, amazingly healthy fish. But obviously the fish in the wild are running around everywhere, so they're expending a lot of energy trying to get up to about 25 pounds of fish per day. And that's one way that they get their exercise. Now obviously, once you've been exercising for a little bit, you're gonna get a little tired, right? Well, let's say you're miles and miles away from shore. What do you do when you're tired? There's no rocks around. You float, right? Now let's say you're in really, really, really cold water, and you kind of want to warm up a bit. What do you think they do? They stick a flipper out of the water. Now that looks funny, huh? It looks like a shark, huh? Dun, dun. Okay, now the reason they do that, it's called thermoregulation. That's just a big fancy word for regulating their body temperature. Now it's really cool because in these flippers, they have lots of blood vessels in there. So it helps get all of that sunshine and soak that up. Or, let's say that water's a little bit warm and they want to cool off. Have you guys ever been underneath all your covers if you're a little hot? What do you guys do when you're too hot? Stick a foot out, right? Okay, that's you guys thermoregulating too because you guys are mammals. Pretty awesome, right? These guys are amazing animals, and I just absolutely love working with these big guys. Back to you, Jeff.
Thanks, guys. Now, what do you do if you see an animal doing something other than some of the natural behaviors we just showed you?
Call
Now,
Seaworld!
many times, you guys, we get phone calls from law enforcement, lifeguards, and even people just like yourselves telling us there's an animal in need. Now, you guys might think that an animal needs all of our help, but sometimes the animal's just acting normal, pretty much doing their own thing, so to speak. So the team actually gets phone calls like this. Oh, I think that's the rescue phone now. I have no idea. Hi there! Okay, thanks so much, Hannah. That's Hannah, our Asian small pond otter, you guys. Oh, 6.5 pounds of kilos right there. Oh, Seaworld Rescue, how can I help you?
Hello, Seaworld. This is Mrs. Burgess, and my husband and I were walking along the La Jolla shores, and we found a sea lion. He was washed up, all alone, and he wasn't moving. Can you come and help? I think he's sick or hurt.
Thank you for calling, ma'am. Make sure that you do not approach the animal, and we'll be out to check it out right away.
The SeaWorld Rescue Team has been called to some unusual places to rescue animals, not just the beach. Sea lions have been rescued from places as diverse as a high school cafeteria, the third floor of a building, a private backyard, and even from a local La Jolla restaurant called the Marine Room, where a sea lion was found in one of the booths in the dining room.
Remember that?
Now, the team's first job when they enter on the scene is to monitor the animal to see if it needs help. If it does, then they assess where it's located to see if it's safe for the team to attempt to rescue. If the conditions are safe, then they do whatever they can to help out the animal in need. All right, George, this is the part of the show. You've been practicing this. You need to be in need.
The team will approach the animal very carefully and do another visual inspection to ensure the animal really needs assistance. Remember, if you're ever in the same position as Mrs. Burgess, never approach the animal. Under the Marine Mammal Protection Act, it is illegal to approach a marine mammal in the wild in any way if you're not a part of the Marine Mammal Stranding Network. Much of the time, animals need the help of the rescue team because of human interaction, such as entanglement, encroachment upon their natural habitat, and pollution. Well, that sea lion obviously didn't need any help. And that happens quite a lot of the time. But when an animal does need medical help, the rescue team will transport them to our Animal Health and Rescue Center for a checkup by one of our veterinarians and begin its treatment and rehabilitation. Now, as I mentioned earlier in our presentation, the goal of the SeaWorld Rescue Team is to rescue, rehabilitate, and return the animals to their ocean homes. And over the years, there have been some amazing stories to share.
Rescued sea lions, now back home in the Pacific Ocean.
Attaboy. The SeaWorld released them today.
He's the 73rd sea lion, rescued in 2019, and Tuesday, he returns to the ocean.
The rescue team here at SeaWorld brings the sea lions out into the middle of the ocean, about an hour away from shore. So when they return, they're with other sea lions and have plenty of food.
Seaworld San Diego's Health and Rescue Center took them in and rehabilitated them.
The pups got a clean bill of health and doubled their weight before being released.
In March
March of 2013, our rescue team got a call that there was an emaciated sea lion pup on one of our San Diego beaches. Our team went down there and examined the pup and determined that it needed to come back to SeaWorld for rehab. This pup was actually half of the weight that a healthy sea lion pup should be at this age. Shortly after his return, Diesel had to be re-rescued. This time, he was even more emaciated than the last time, and this was showing signs that he was unable to thrive out in the wild. National Marine Fisheries Service had made the final determination that Diesel should live permanently at a zoological facility. Now SeaWorld San Diego has become his forever home, where he is very loved by his behaviorists, he is thriving, and he is very healthy here.
Hi everyone! Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce you to Diesel! Now, even though it's our #1 goal to return all these guys back out to the ocean, if there's one that's non-releasable, we are very excited to start giving them their forever home. So it's very important. The first step is to build a relationship. We need them to be comfortable with us, and that's not always the case in the beginning. So how many of you have pets at home? Yeah, how many of you, when you brought your pet home, were they a little nervous or they didn't really know, who you were and how you played with them? It's exactly the same way. So the first thing we need to do is get them comfortable eating with us, the basics, just like your dog. Sometimes pets don't eat right away in a new situation, but soon they do. So the first step here is for him to be comfortable knowing that he's going to get everything he needs, food, a home, a safe place to live from us. Now, the next step is we want to see exactly other things that they may enjoy instead of just food. So, we offer them all kinds of toys. Now, Diesel is very, very special here. One of his favorite toys is ice cubes. So we can get him to chase ice cubes, get them all day long. That a boy. He can even use his flippers, and if they're small enough, he'll just go chomp them up. Very good. Good job. So it was actually very easy to get Diesel, learn more about Diesel and what he liked to do. Another one of his favorite toys, this disc here.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Just like playing fetch with the dog. A lot of sea lions enjoy this, some of them don't. So we try it out, and if they happen to not enjoy it, okay, then we will try something different. Good job, buddy. All right, let's try this one more time. So once we have a variety of reinforcements, we can start training them different behaviors. And sea lions are so much fun because they have lots of energy and they actually really enjoy learning. Most of them do. Again, all animals are different. Okay, so we assess them and learn about them and give them what they need as we go. Okay, so again, one of Diesel's favorite behaviors to learn is something high energy. So if I'm going to teach him something, we need to have a way to be able to shape a behavior. So what we're going to do first is pair all of his reinforcement with a word that lets him know that's what I want. So the word we use is okay. So if he does something correct, I'll teach him okay to maybe follow my hand, say the word okay, and give him some sort of reinforcement. This starts the training process. Now let's talk about those high energy behaviors. If we want to train something a little bit more difficult, we'll teach him okay to follow a target. So a target is basically an extension of our arm. This is how we get these guys and the orcas and the dolphins to jump out of the water, is they follow a target. Try again? Okay, good job, Diesel. So now, I'm going to introduce the bigger target and see if we can get him jumping out of the water. All right, here we go. Target! Good job, buddy. So first I want to get him to come out as high as he can. Very good effort. So, I don't know if you know this, but I did not say the word okay. It wasn't exactly the shape that I was looking for, but one of the most important things that we train these guys while we're training them is that it's okay not to be perfect. You don't have to get it every time. So he's being very calm. He wants to try again. He has a great attitude. He's going to get some reinforcement for just doing that. All right, Diesel, let's go ahead and show him this bow. The bow happens to be one of their probably most natural behaviors. They love jumping, so it wasn't very hard to shape. But here he goes. Ready, Diesel? Okay. Very nice. Great job, Diesel.
There are many ways all of us can help animals like Diesel. One is to remember to keep our beaches and waterways, their homes, clean, and properly dispose of your trash when you visit the beach. Our actions will make a positive impact on both the ocean ecosystem and the health of the animals that live there. Everyone can use a reusable water bottle to help reduce their plastic use. And always recycle when you have the opportunity. Almost. See?
Close
Just
enough.
like that. It's easy. Seaworld is very proud of its rescue program and the over
Good effort.
36,000 animals we've been able to help over the last 55 years. The ability we all share to make the environment and the world we live in a better place is truly a reason to celebrate.
That was really fun.
Our behaviors will stick around if you have any questions, and we hope you